The whole community, pros, people may sleep on crypto, but honestly, I don't. I have been an advocate for crypto since since his release pretty much. And today, I want to showcase the best aggro crypto that I can muster, if you will. Not really, because I feel like I could have done way better, but in general, proving the fact with the changes in Season 16 that crypto is a viable legend to be aggressive and push all the fights you need to do. My name is Flame078, the normal gamer, and without further ado, let's jump into this game. Alright, so off the rip, we landing here. We're contested, not too shabby, you know. This is actually one of my first game in Platinum. I just gotten promoted. Actually had a pretty banger game. Maybe it'll be posted on this channel. So if you like this type of content, make sure to hit that subscribe button. But, you know, this is my actually full-fledged solo queue game into Platinum. And things here always have become interesting. If I've talked about my experience in the past, Platinum is a really wild ride. And I'm just happy that this game turned out the way it did, as you guys see in a second. But landing those first shots, let's go! Man, if I was way better off, maybe if I had R301, I think I probably would have been able to take out that caustic. But, you know, it's not too crazy, not too bad.
Reloading. Tango down.
Oh man, sorry. Didn't mean to steal that kill, but got that one off the rip. Not too bad. So I'm spamming there because I know there were shots there, and at least the other team was there, and I was just afraid that they were going to push. Surprisingly, they really didn't. But not bad. Look at that. 19 squads left. We got our first squad kind of wipe. Let's fast forward a little bit. So always when you're using crypto, make sure you're at least in a decent spot where you don't get shot at. But this right here, this is what makes, to me, I think crypto a viable aggro legend. Like, I don't like just running around to noise. I like kind of mapping out where everything is. And look, you get a clear picture of where everyone's at, where to go. Octane's like, all right, there's the next people. Let's go get him. And I'm like, you know what? I'm a little bit slower to it, but I'm on board too. At the end of the day, that's the purpose of using the beacon. You want to know where everyone is, whether, you know, to avoid them, possibly, but more importantly, to fight them. Alright, so we're approaching here. Look, as a solo queue player, my big tips are always play legends you're comfortable with. Make sure you're kind of the anchor role if you're not confident in your fighting abilities. But more importantly, right here, I noticed I did this and I caught myself afterwards, really. But I scanned the beacon, really didn't need to. We knew where this team was. But more so for me, I wanted to make sure once we took this fight, where to prepare for the next one. And that's really a key thing too. So as a tip, learn from me. Like, you don't necessarily have to do it since we knew where they were there. We could have just started fighting them right off the rip. And the benefit of if I would have waited is I could have cleared this fight and I would have been able to get a better positioning or better understanding of the positioning of the teams after the fact. Because at that point, at least in that scan, yeah, sure, I made sure we were clear, but it gave us a positioning to the team we already kind of knew where they were. So that's just like a pro tip from me, thinking after the fact, you know?
Faster, faster, faster. Tango down. Take fire. I broke enemy shield. Yo. Down another target.
Okay, so yeah, and this is I was a little bit more passive, a little bit more reserved in that engagement. Didn't feel right kind of looting, and as you can see, I'll probably be taking my time a little bit, making sure these guys grab the boxes first, at least the ones from the kills that they earned. But overall, like, this is a good rhythm. One thing as a solo queue player is getting a good rhythm. This was actually kind of nice. We didn't communicate at all. You know, this is the audio that I got exactly as it happened. You know, we're just on board. We're like, all right, let's just loot and have the next fight. So let's fast forward a little bit and see where this game takes us. Get some shots in. I'm a little bit way too back than I typically am. So yeah, this is not a way I would recommend being crypto. This is a little bit too far. I'm lucky with the randoms that I have. you know, at the end of the day with this match. But that's too far. Like there's too much of a gap. But I'm here and I'm able to provide some assistance. Again, little cheeky Horizon. Oh, they're pretty hurt, but then here we go. Pretty much there did a lot of the majority of the damage on that Ash, making me now the kill leader. So four kills, 2 assists, 2 kills I didn't assist with, and with like roughly like 400 damage, which not great. All right. So, but things again, it's all about pacing, and I think this is where things kind of pick up. And overall, like why I kind of like this setup right here. So moving forward, we get the next beacon. All right, we get more information. And like I was saying earlier, like randoms can behave in all sorts of kinds of ways. But what I liked about what's going on here is that the cutaways that I'm doing are just us running, but there was no kind of wasted space. A little bit too long on certain aspects of the looting, not only from my randoms, but from myself as well, you know. But at the end of the day, we were kind of tracked. There was no kind of stationary moment. Like when I was going through this and when I review back the footage, like we were going towards, we found someone, let's go towards those people regardless. So that's what was kind of nice. And that's what was nice. If you plan your rotations accordingly and hit those specific beacons, it kind of makes the flow and the pace of your match to your kind of control. So we're finally approaching that now cluster of people. I think they just finished that fight. But once again, reviewing back at the time, you know, I'm doing what I typically do, but things that I'm going to work on and learn and improve is like I'm way a little bit too far back than recommended. Like yes, that EMP was the right call, but look at where I am in relation to my team. I'm way too far back. So like if things go down, how much of assistance can I be? Like, look, my octane just goes down, and well, I managed to pull up in time, but those seconds matter. So that's the key difference. If you're playing crypto, you have to understand. Ooh, that was a beautiful stick, baby. I understand your positioning in relation to your teammates. Yes, it's your solo queue experience. Yes, it's your game, but at the end of the day, you provide value by being close to your teammates. And for me, I think I got lucky there because of the whole situation. That could have ended up really badly, especially if there was another team out there. Things could have looked differently. So keep that in mind in relation when you're going to your drone, when you're AMPing. Make sure you can easily get to your teammates. You're not that far off because every second you're a little delayed. Those seconds matter. But yeah, a lot of running this match. Unfortunately, the ring pulled. We landed where the ring pulled. Not great. One of the downsides, I guess, is story point, but overall I really don't mind that as much, just being cognizant of everything. But even when we checked the map, you know, before when I scanned the beacon, people were still clustered rotating in. So it's tragic that we lose our Bangalore here. Secure that kill. In like ring fights, one thing I see, you know, typical platinum or gold players do, something to learn from, is always prioritize health over shields in ring fights, or you know, make sure you get that heat shield like I just did, because at the end of the day, that's what's hurting you the most, right? If you don't taking damage from gunfire, that's cool, but not paying attention to your health was gonna get you killed, where you could easily survive, you know. And see, oh, this is so clutch right here. Look at what I did. I did not drop that heat shield. Keep in mind that as well. Well, look, our pacing's pretty up nice, you know. 6 kills, 5 assists. 3 participations, now 1k damage. Now see, I got the groove of it. I was a slow rocky start for me, but overall, like, not that bad. Oh shit, my man ran into a rampart right there. Confidence right there. Boom. See? Don't always panic and need to throw your heat shield right away. I was so glad I thought that. I saw the timer, so the reason why I didn't drop that heat shield before was because of I saw the ring. I was like, I'm going to be running in zone again. I'm going to need at least one. You can't bank on, you know, boxes to have heat shields. So anything to keep you alive, and that's also why I swapped to the gold armor. I'm like, all right, probably like look at those syringes I had right there, bro. I was just like, but see, like right there, I did not have something to bank on, but luckily with the previous decisions, this kind of worked out kind of nicely for me. Pay attention to your teammates' timer. This was a bad call on my part for two reasons. One, I slid down instead of going straight. And two, I realized way too late that my Octane banner was going to expire way faster. So now, after such a good, well-paced game going into the top 3, I'm left alone, tragically.
60 seconds. The ring's right.
Alright, but as we get towards the end of this video, let's recap, you know, this game. What are the good things that you can do if you want to be an aggressive crypto and aggressive player in general? I think for me, as a normal player, typical average adult, you know, when your timing of gameplay changes, you know, your inconsistency is when you get to play. The big things that matter is trying to control your consistency. For me, crypto is a great legend for that because of the basically map room effect he gets with his beacons and the power of his drone. He's always to me been a awesome solo queue legend to use. Now, if I would have had a, you know, respawn beacon here or a mobile beacon, I would have been able to bring back my teammates, you know. So that's always an option, even if it's like hard at times, you know, because people do shoot out your drone. But overall, if you're a good adept, at least adept mechanically, at minimum, and have adept game sense, crypto for me, again, always top tier recommendation. Because again, the best thing you can do as a solo queue player is learn how to be selfish. Play your game the best as you can. But to me, I like to counteract that, not counteract that, but balance that out by, okay, I need to have some kind of team value here. And that's what crypto provides. If you enjoyed this video, please make sure to hit that like button. That would really help me out. Leave a comment down below if you enjoy this type of content from me, showcasing more of my just typical experience so you guys can learn and we can like grow together. You know, this is the progress of, you know, my rank grind. I talk about rank all the time. You know, I talk about Apex a lot on this channel. Later this week, I'm going to be breaking down my verdicts on all the class perks, you know. I think, you know, Recon's still one of my favorite, but the rankings could change. So make sure to hit that subscribe button and check out that video. I really do appreciate you guys sticking with me here, and I hope you guys have a blessed one, and I'll catch you guys real soon. On to the next one.
Just one more squad. 끝내버리자. Control view. Logged off my drone. Hold on. Shoot, it's touching. Ring's not that far. Ring's close. 30 seconds to go.